Mac. Oh my gosh. What a stud. Congratulations, sir. Oh my word, what a giant. Oh, he is awesome.
Congrats, bro.
Holy cow. What a monster.
Wow. M1, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, welcome to our channel. My name is Annie. Shooting, fishing, and outdoors. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Good job.
Alright guys, I'm back in the blind. I'm still gonna call this day one because I just hunted, well, I guess I should call it day two. So, yesterday afternoon, I was in here and man, I had a goof. The big wide 8-point. I say 8-point, he's a 9-point, he's got a little crap on. But the one we call Red, he was coming up. He was about 40 yards, and I was gonna move the tripod just a little bit because it was kind of in the way. And when I moved it, I bumped the wall, and it sounded like a hammer hit the blind, and he alerted. And he didn't like spook and run off, but he looked, and then he just turned and walked back away. So I completely blew it yesterday. I had a golden opportunity and blew it, but that was day one. So I still got the rest of this week and next week done. So plenty of time, but it's kind of warm today. It's cloudy. Honestly, I don't expect much movement until right at dark. You know, it's November. You just gotta put the time in, and you just never know when one's gonna mess up. So we're set up for the afternoon. Hopefully, the right buck will show up. We had 3 bucks that are really, really like exceptional. The first buck that's a target buck this year is M1. Now, he was the #1 target buck last year, and like a couple days before I got out here, he busted off his complete right main beam. I could have shot that buck. Well, I saw him 3 different times, but I could have shot him on 2 occasions, like chip shot, but let him walk because he had busted off his beam. So he's #1. He is like mature. He was a 9-point last year. This year, he's a mainframe 10 with a split brow, and he's got a sticker coming off of his G2. I mean, he's awesome. Like he's probably 170-inch deer. Like he's legit, fully mature. He's the one I want. #2 buck is Red, and Red's the one I goofed on yesterday. He's not gonna score well, but I'm not kidding. He looks like he's 24 inches wide, and his beams are just come out way out in front of his nose. He's so big, he looks fake, like his frame. But like I said, he hardly has any brown tines, and he's just in like a mainframe 8-point with a crab claw. But he's awesome. He's mature too. Like, so he's #2. The #3 buck this year is a buck we call Jingles. Now Jingles is a 4-year-old. I shoot 4-year-olds, but he's honestly probably the highest scoring buck we have on camera. But kind of deep down, I know he's not like fully mature. Like if he had 1 or 2 more years, he could potentially be 190, 200 inch deer. And those don't come around very often. But, man, he's awesome. Don't get me wrong. If he gives me a chip shot, I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to pass him up. I mean, he's well over 170 inches this year as a 4-year-old. But I put him at number 3 just because he's young. But like I said, I won't be able to pass him up if he gives me an opportunity. And then we have a handful of other mature bucks. There's another buck we call MJ. He kind of shows up sporadically, man. He does not live here. He just travels through the last 2 years. He just kind of shows up sporadically, like one single day, and then I won't see any more pictures of him for like 3 weeks. But he's really nice. He's mature. And when I say mature, he's probably like 5.5. Because we thought he was a 4-year-old last year. But he's probably 150, 155 inch 10 point, just a beautiful 10 point, long G2s and 3s. He's not like super wide, but he's really nice. But that's kind of the main 4. There's another buck we call Larry. He's just a mainframe, 8 point. He's mature. We think he's a 5-year-old. I saw him in here with Ethan the other day, and I kind of consider him like a management buck. I mean, if it's last day, I probably will shoot him, but I definitely don't want to put my tag on him unless it's like getting down to the wire. And then there's a handful, I won't go through all of them, but there's a handful of other like mature bucks that just aren't very impressive, but they're mature. I will mention this one. There's one that's at least a 6-year-old. We call him Chubbs. We got history with him going back to like 2022, and he's mature. He's just a big bully buck. He's not even as wide as his ears, but he's got a lot of mass. I think he's a 9 point this year. He's got really long brown tines with like stickers and stuff. He's a really cool buck, but same thing, like it probably have to be like getting down to the wire before I shoot him. There is a major cold front coming in Saturday night. Sunday is going to be like 28 degrees that morning, and it's not going to get out of the 30s, like 35, 36, 37, something like that for the high, with like 15 mile an hour winds. It's going to be a just blustery Sunday, but on the back end of that Monday especially and Tuesday, we're going to have high pressure, those cold, frosty mornings, and I've been saving, well, one of my main number 1 stand. It's kind of in a rut funnel. I've been saving it, and when the weather's right, on Monday and Tuesday, that's where I'm going to be. And I'll probably like hunt through lunch, like I won't say an all-day sit, because it's hard to not be here, like at the food for the afternoon. But I mean, I'll probably hunt through lunch for sure. But hey, y'all stay tuned. I know I rambled a lot there, but I've been kind of getting settled into our rental house and visiting with friends, and it's time to get serious and get down to it. Alright guys, back in the truck, obviously. My buddy David shot a buck over here on Public, and my buddy Alan, he was with him. He shot a buck too, but they're having a hard time finding that buck, so I'm driving over here. We're gonna see what's up and hopefully help Alan find his buck. The way they were talking, it sounded like it was a big one, so man, good Lord willing, we can find this deer for him. See why they were hunting here. Look at that. Holy cow. So pretty cool. There's a ditch that runs down behind them right there. And those deer, they literally will cross on the field edge up here. And he had his little stand right there. Smile, boys.
Get the smile on me. I've been crying.
It's November 7th, so I just need the right doe to come by, to come out, maybe try to feed early, and she may have some company. So just because it's hot, I mean, it may diminish like that midday activity, but late in the evening, early in the morning still can be good. So I'm sitting in here, and you know, more than likely it's going to be a last light, that last 30 minutes of daylight kind of thing, but we'll see. I'm set up, and hopefully the right buck shows up. Hey guys, it's Saturday, November the 8th, and I stayed out of the timber this morning. The wind's out of the east and it's cloudy, and I really didn't have a good stand set up for an east wind. So I'm in the banks blind here, just to kind of be like percent control. But I'm down here on the south end, and man, the bucks are really like starting to chase these does around pretty good. So I've had a few does out here feeding, and a little small 10-point was kind of chasing a doe around. So we're in a good spot. It's November 8th. The last 2 years I've shot my bucks on November 8th. So November 8th has been good to me. But hopefully this morning, maybe one will step out and we can do it again. So my brother, he just shot a really nice buck. We're gonna go up here and try to get on the blood trail.
You just sprayed.
So here's where Mitch shot. There's a little bit of blood there. We're gonna pick up, it's starting to rain, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up the blood trail. Yeah, he opened up right here. Okay. What you got, brother? What a stud. Holy cow. He just broke that brow tine off.
Oh my gosh. Look, I think he's got an abscess right here. Look, from fighting. Oh my gosh.
What a stud. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, I hit him high. Good gosh.
That is a big old
I
buck.
must have got his egg order. Because I didn't get long, I don't think.
Turn them horns a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
What a tank.
Congrats, dude. That's an awesome
I
buck.
wish he wouldn't have broke that, but
Yeah, he just broke that because, I mean, he had really nice. We got a picture of him, though. They can rebuild, the taxidermists can
well,
rebuild that.
that infection, that's why he's all eyes all puffy.
Happy for you. That's awesome. First day. All right, guys, it is Sunday, November the 9th, and I am headed out. I did my intro for the day in the truck because wind is howling outside. It is, well, my truck says 36. This cold front finally came in, but the wind is like 25, 30 miles an hour out there. I probably should have just slept in, but it's the rut, so these bucks are just running around like crazy heads. So I'm gonna at least hunt the morning, probably till 10, 10:30, something like that. And then we'll hop out, and I mean the wind's gonna be howling during the day. I feel like during the middle of the day, if you're not in a cedar thicket or something, you're kind of out of the game. But the reason I'm not in a cedar thicket for today is because my best area, that's kind of truly what it is. It's like a little cedar thicket that they rut in, and I have a little area where there's multiple trails that converge in there. I haven't hunted it at all on this trip because for two reasons. Early on, it wasn't quite right yet. Like they weren't like wide open rutting. They are now. They're chasing, and bucks are cruising everywhere, and the wind hasn't been right. Well, this cold front's come in, so it just came in last night, but it's still like it's super windy and it's cloudy this morning. Tomorrow morning is gonna be the morning I'm gonna go in there. The temp's gonna be like 19, high pressure, bluebird skies, thermals rising like all morning. It's the morning I've been waiting for, and I should have 2 or 3 good mornings to follow in that spot. So that's kind of my window. Everything else is just kind of extra, but I feel like my window to potentially kill one of my target bucks will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's when I'm gonna get the most aggressive. But yeah, once again, I'm hunting, but it's kind of a minimally intrusive area. We're gonna get in there, and it's where Mitch shot his buck yesterday. I mean, it's a little pinch where they're cruising, and I'm gonna get in there. The wind's not like, it's kind of borderline for it, but I'm willing to take a risk on this spot because it's not as intrusive versus going and blowing out the big cedar thicket where they like to rut and bed, and I don't want them to be I don't want the does to evacuate that bedding area. So we're gonna keep that good for tomorrow and the next 2 days afterwards. But here we go. We'll see how long I can man it out, this 25, 30 mile an hour winds, and like I said, the temp's in the low 30s, so we'll see. Here we go. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, November the 11th, and I'm about to head out for my morning sit. A cold front came in Sunday, stupid windy out of the north. Didn't see much deer movement during the day Sunday. Yesterday was incredible. It was like in the teens, high pressure. It was a little windier than I was hoping, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're in Kansas. It's windy like all the time, it seems like, but saw quite a few deer yesterday. I went to my spot that I'd kind of been saving, and yeah, saw 2 really nice bucks. One of them I might would have shot. He crossed through a lane. I was trying to get him to stop where I had a shot, and he took a few more steps and kind of went past it before, like, where I actually had a window. But he was a nice buck. And then we got a picture. I didn't recognize him, and I got a picture last night of the deer, and I was like, dang, he is nice. If he messes up today, he might get it. But today the conditions are a little bit different. It's cloudy, about 36 degrees. The wind's like blowing like 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the southwest, and pretty sustained. For my spot, that's actually pretty decent for where the majority of the deer have been moving. So the wind should be in my favor. Now, if they cut across behind me, I mean, they may get me. But at this point, there's no saving stands. It's November the 11th. I got to go home Saturday. So it's crunch time. So it's time to get serious. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not like I'm hunting a bad wind for this spot. But, you know, it's cloudy and windy. It's like, oh, man. But the thing is that these deer, they're starting to rut. It being cloudy and windy, they're going to be holding, I feel like, tighter to cover. And that's exactly where this stand is. It's right on the edge of a cedar thicket. And they just, man, I don't know. They just feel comfortable moving around in those cedars. At least when it's sunny, it's shade in there, and they just kind of slip around. You can see them in there. But with it being windy and cloudy too, I just think they're gonna stay in those cedars, try to help them stay out of the wind as well. But also too, it's just where those deer rut. I mean, they stay in there. It's thick. Then kind of maneuver around. I feel like the majority of the actual rutting activity is in thick stuff like that, where they feel safe. So that's where we're going to be this morning. Hopefully we can get it done. Hey, I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got 5 days left, counting today. So I still got 5 days to hunt in Kansas during the rut. I'm here when I need to be. So I'm going to try to keep positive attitude and just grind it out, and hopefully I'll get a shot at one of my target bucks. guys, we're gonna try to find my arrow. Oh, there it is. Looks good. Alright, okay, look at the blood here. Yeah, he's bleeding good. Oh yeah, he stood there for a minute. Blood. You turn this. Oh, here he is. Oh my word. What a giant.
Get him.
Oh my gosh. Giant. Oh my god, he's so big he doesn't look real. Oh my word, what a giant. Oh, he is awesome.
Congrats, bro.
Holy cow. What a monster.
Wow. M1, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the buck last year that he busted this side off completely. And had two different occasions I could have shot him, but he only had a half rack. And I'm glad I let him go, because he is even bigger this year. Holy cow, look at that. You want to get a picture and we'll send to the guys? Hey guys, it is Friday, November the 14th, and I slept in, but I've already tagged out. I've got my buck and my doe, so I'm done. So I'm packing up and kind of getting everything ready. I'm gonna leave first thing in the morning and head back to Alabama. I got M1 dropped off at the taxidermist, and I picked up my buck from last year, Bonesaw. I was gonna show you all him right quick. We did a rough score of my buck, and we got him at 180 even, and that's gross. That's giving him everything that he had, his stickers and everything. Definitely by far the biggest buck I've ever shot. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe button, and don't forget also spend some time with the good Lord this week. We make all this time for hunting and fishing and fun stuff. Let's make some time for Him this week. We'll catch you on the next video.